So I'm going to town on him. He's going to town on me, and then he all of a sudden he grabbed my balls, right?
What the? Then, yeah. How you doing, Scott?
Plus, having a nice haircut, you know, makes your face look so much thinner and stuff.
Oh yeah, man. You know, it's always you look good, you feel good, you do good things. You know what I mean?
Yup.
So, okay. So basically, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring it down to the shortest to be a 1. And so the picture that you showed me was a crew cut. Mm-hmm. So the top, it was pretty short for it to just like stand up that way. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So your bangs, you prefer longer bangs, or you wanted?
Yeah, I prefer longer.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go longer in the front, shorter going into the back. We're gonna do a basically a mid fade with the lowest point being a 1 and it going up to be about a 4 or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we'll go from there. So
sweet.
For the people that's watching, state your name, what you do, and where you from.
My name is Ethan Badness. I recently moved up to Crescent City with my parents. Right now I'm working at Harbor Freight, trying to get on to corrections once I turn 21. And I do bodybuilding on the side. You
also have a YouTube channel going?
Yeah, trying to get that started, me and my brother. So
I will post all the links in the description. Anything that you want to share, we can share down there.
Yeah, I need to, right now I'm just like posting like vlog style stuff. But
yeah.
I want to get to like making series of like my top 5 like bicep workouts, top 5 tricep, chest, stuff like that.
So we're going to start with an 8 and then we're going to go from there, okay?
Okay.
So you said that your dad was a YouTuber too?
Yeah, he started his channel and he has a ton of videos, actually like over 100,000 views. And what he does is he just does like fix-it videos. And so like one video that has like 500,000 views, it's like how to fix the Samsung something fridge or something.
Dang.
Yeah. Or like another one is like how to clean black algae in the pool or something with like bleach. It's pretty funny. Just simple stuff like that.
Yeah. It's
stuff,
insane.
Stuff that everyone like is useful, you know? But
how long has your dad been doing this?
He just does it like whenever, like randomly, whenever he has a project or something.
Gotcha.
But so that's his channel is the one that he gave me and my brother, and then now we're starting to do the bodybuilding stuff.
Nice.
Mix of everything. I want to do bodybuilding and the photography too.
Yeah.
So.
And how did you get into bodybuilding?
So growing up, like in 8th, like all the way through freshman year, I was like hella fat, and I had always like been one of those kids who like cared hella what people think about me. I was just really like what do you call that, insecure little kid, I guess.
Gotcha.
And so then going into like junior year, I literally like would fast every month for a week. I wouldn't eat for a week. And then when I did eat, I was only eating like 1 meal a day, and it was like clean. And on top of that, I was jump roping, running like 5 miles a day. Like I was like, I could just run for days. I probably got down to, I was 140 pounds, like 6'1".
Wow.
And yeah, I was like in shape, man. I had like an 8-pack, but it was a skinny boy, you know? So then senior year, junior year, I started playing water polo. Then going into senior year, I was doing water polo and swim. And like, kids would always be like, cause all I wore to school was like, you know, beach shorts and tank tops. And so these these just jerks, so they didn't like me for some reason. They were like, they're like, bro, why the hell are you wearing a tank top, bro? You're small as hell. and like whatever, like, you know, and stuff. And so I didn't really think about it too much, but it wasn't until COVID hit. I was 18, about to graduate high school. COVID hit my graduation year, so I didn't get to have a graduation. But so COVID hit, and all the gyms shut down. And so my dad's buddy, who was an ex-pro bodybuilder, Carlos, we had a little home gym set up at the time with bench, squat rack, and stuff. So he hit up my dad. He's like, hey, let me train at your house, and I'll train your kid. And so first thing he had me do was, at this time I was like 160 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
First thing he had me do was quit all cardio. So I went from running, I could easily run 2 miles like nothing,
Mm-hmm.
and up to like 5. Most I ever ran was like 12 miles. I went from that to eating 10,000 calories a day, in and out, Buffalo Wild Wings. I would eat after a workout. I would eat 4 4x4s, animal style fry, and a milkshake.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many miles can you run now?
Oh, I don't even know. But yeah, I don't do any cardio right now. But
Gotcha.
so he had me quit all cardio. We started training, and it was all hypertrophy. He showed me all the form.
Mm-hmm.
And within about 4 months, I got up to 180. So I put on 20 pounds pretty quick. And I got pretty good genetics. So
yeah.
I stayed.
You see the size of this guy?
I stayed semi-lean. So I was like 180, but still lean. And then I couldn't really get past like 185 after 6 months. So then he had me start taking, I would take a total of 6 scoops of whey protein a day. Ooh. So three 50-gram shakes. Each one I would put a scoop of peanut butter and a banana, mm-hmm. or half a banana.
Dang.
So I started doing 3 of those with my meals. And at the time, I was with my ex, and her parents, like, they always ate early. So I would eat lunch, then go to her house for dinner at like 3. Then I would come home, eat dinner with my family, and then I would go to the gym, and then I would always go out to eat after that at like some fast food place or something.
So anybody that want to put on size, you gotta eat.
Yeah, if it don't matter how hard you're working out, if you're not eating, you're not gonna grow. Mm-hmm. Like, and the whole thing with these TikTok kids nowadays, like looking ripped and stuff, but they weigh 150 pounds, mm-hmm. is they'll never get big because they're too worried about looking chiseled and stuff. Mm-hmm. Throughout my progress, I mean, when I got up to 250 at my peak about 8 months ago, it was 250, but I was bulked. Like, I was huge, but I was fat. I wasn't fat, but I was up there. Mm-hmm. But you have to gain, because if you're not eating over 2,500 calories at least, getting your protein in, you're never gonna like gain that muscle mass. So in order to gain it as fast as I did, I had to gain a little bit of fat along.
Yeah. It's to gain size, you have to. You know what I mean? It's like it's just a must. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, but then. So I was probably about 1.5 years into it. I got up to 225. Everyone thought I was on stuff because I gained like, how many pounds is that? Like freaking 65 pounds in a year. Mm-hmm. And I was still pretty cut at 225. And then it's been 1.5 years since. Right now I'm like 240. I'm pretty lean, I guess. Not really, but.
That's insane. You were 240, and I'm actually like 220 right now.
Yeah, I'll have to show you some pictures. But when I was like 210 to 220, man. Freaking, you could see like all my obliques, like my APAC. Like that's what I want to try to get down to. But I want to be like 230 with that.
Yeah.
Because last
keep
time,
the size, you know.
Yeah, last time I was at Rift, I was like 210.
Mm-hmm.
You could just see everything.
Mm-hmm.
But
So how many siblings you got? You got a brother, sister?
yeah, I'm the baby. I got one brother, Andrew. He's 22.
Okay.
I'm 20, and my sister is 23, Victoria. She's married already and stuff.
Nice.
So.
She has any kids?
No,
Not
no.
yet?
But yeah, they just got married. Like,
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, a few months ago. So.
Oh, congratulations to them. And if you're watching this, hello. Yeah. So how was it like growing up, man? You know, we were kind of talking about this a little bit in the gym, but like you grew up pretty strict. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, I grew up really strict. Actually, I don't think I got Instagram until I was like 17.
And you're 20 now?
Yeah. And I remember in high school, me and my brother were talking about it. We were literally so scared to even like talk to girls because we thought we were gonna get in trouble by our parents.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like someone gonna snitch or something.
Yeah, and so like when we were on the water polo team, you know, there's girls that would always be like flirting with us and stuff. But we were literally like scared our parents were gonna like be pissed off or something like if we started, because we weren't allowed to date in high school. And even though I did, only because the girl I started dating with, my ex at the time, her parents knew my parents from like way back in the day.
Yeah.
So that was like the only reason that I was able to. But
yeah. Shoot.
I remember my sister being pissed off, like, "Oh, you're letting Ethan date or whatever in high school." I wasn't, but
no, that's pretty crazy. So yeah, me growing up, my parents didn't ever want me to date outside my race. That was like the hard part, you know. So all I dated was white girls. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
white girls.
Oftentimes you want to do what your parents don't, or you want to do what your parents tell you not to do.
Yeah, you know, it's the American side of me, man. You know what I mean?
Yep. So are you what ethnicity are you?
Oh, so I'm Meng.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Meng is long history short. We lived in China way back in the days, and then the Chinese, before they became the Chinese, they overthrew the Meng emperor, and then got pushed down into the southern Asian continents like Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, Thailand.
Okay.
And then from there was another rebellion, but then they got pushed down further and further, and so now my people are nomadic, and we're actually like tribal people. So we live amongst people, and we have no country. We have a language, things like that, but like don't have a country. Kind of like gypsies, you know what I mean? Like they're just kind of like moving around all the time. And
now, are you guys related to the Mien?
Yes. So no. So Mians are pretty similar. Like their belief systems and things like that, but completely different language, different kind of I want to say different kind of race, but they're so close to us that they're basically yes or and no, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the church I grew up at, it was a Missionary Alliance Church, so they had I don't know, like a English service, and then a Hispanic service, and then a me and a Hmong service.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no. But yeah, so after the Vietnam War, the Hmong people fought in a secret war in Laos to keep the North Viet Congs from going to the South Viet Congs to aid them. And after the Americans pulled out, they then got granted refugee to come to the States, but they had to find their own way, you know.
Yeah.
So my mom was in a refugee camp for 5 years. It was like a lottery too. Everybody had a number, and they drew names from a hat.
Jeez.
Yeah. And
that was here?
No. This was in Thailand.
Oh, okay.
So they lived and was born in Laos, but Thailand was a neutral country, and so that's why they all went to Thailand.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, my mom and dad didn't actually meet until they got over here. You know, my dad was already married too, coming over.
Really?
Yeah, so he was married. So my mom's actually the second mom, but he's married to two women at the same time.
Really?
Yeah. So I have half brothers, and this is very common in the Hmong culture.
Like that's okay?
Yes.
Interesting. Dang, I'm gonna have to become Mong.
I can't even handle one Hmong wife, bro. You don't want to.
How'd you meet your wife?
So we actually met at a Hmong New Year down in Eureka.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's how we got to start talking. My buddy knew her, but wouldn't give me her number.
He's like, she's too good for you.
Yeah. No. Because he wanted to keep her for herself. Himself,
okay.
you know.
Yeah.
And so what happened was like, hey, my phone died. Can I use your phone? And I knew her name, so I found her phone number off of his phone. Hella sneaky and shit.
Yeah.
And so then I started texting her, but she was like right there. You know what I mean? Like, hey, what's up? You know what I mean? And
straight player status.
Yeah. But honestly, again, I only dated white girls in high school, but here I am, married with 3 kids with a Hmong girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We just went full circle, you know?
I see you in the gym. You go heavies. Do you do more bodybuilding or powerlifting, or just depends on what's coming up for like your?
Oh, gotcha. So yeah, so I have this like after running like so many routines like cuts and mass gains and all that stuff. You know, like when bodybuilding.com was free, we were getting all of our stuff from there, and some of Arnold's actual workouts was on there, and we just ran a lot of his workouts. So, anyways, so I took the best of everything that he showed us, and I turned it into my own. So now I have like light days and I have heavy days, and so like 3 days a week I go heavy. So like bench presses, you know, deadlifts, things like that, and then the other 3 is like a pump to just maintain, you know. And I try to only go for like maybe 2 hours max, maybe an hour 30 minutes, you know. But yeah, you know, like my whole routine is built about like it's changed a lot since I've been having kids.
Yeah.
I just want to be more functional. I want to be strong still, but at the same time, I want to make sure that I'm young enough and more fit enough to run around with my kids. You know.
Yeah.
So water polo, were you any good?
So most kids who play water polo, they start playing when they're like freaking 10 years old, you know. So I didn't even know what water polo was. And
what is water polo for the people that don't know?
It's pretty much like wrestling, soccer, and football, like all in one sport. But you're in the pool and you're floating the entire time.
Wow.
It's probably the most demanding sport.
How deep is the pool?
You can't touch the bottom.
Dang!
Yeah, so there's no rest. So, and the team I was on, we only had 8 players.
Wow.
Which there's, I can't remember, but I remember we had 1 sub. And he wasn't that good. So we literally played, our starters, we played the entire game. So, but in order to do that, so I never played before, but I went out my junior year. I swam my sophomore year, and I went out for water polo my junior year.
Yeah.
And I remember I was always, for swim and water polo, I was always scared to wear the Speedo, you know, but once I did swim, then I was like, it's comfortable.
Yeah.
And
would you wear like an extra large?
Shoot, no, I was skinny. I was a skinny boy. Yeah, but so our coach that summer going into the water polo season, my junior year, he was an ex like Navy SEAL. And our conditioning was at 6 a.m. to 7. We did an hour of sprints in the pool, And
Like you ran in the water?
no, you're sprinting like swimming.
Oh,
So fast pace, you're going as hard as you can for
Gotcha,
an hour.
gotcha.
So that was at 6 a.m. Then we would come back at 11 a.m., go to the track. We'd run 2 miles. I'd always take first since I was a runner. And so we'd run 2 miles. And then we would do burpees and bear crawls all the way across the football field like twice. And then after that, we had a 2.5 hour water polo practice, but we had to wear 10-pound weight belts. And if the coach saw us like touching the wall or holding on to the wall, we had to swim butterfly and do there and backs, which is pretty much like a suicide in basketball.
Bro.
Yeah, so it was intense, man.
Any kids drowned? Shit.
Oh yeah, dude. Kids, I mean, they would just quit. Like, that's why we barely had any players, because our coach only wanted the best of the best, the people
strong.
Yeah.
So on a team of 8, you guys were killing it or what?
Yeah, so we were supposed to be like the worst school in the valley, and we ended up we took second in the city championships. So, but
that's really good, bro.
And then I played guard, so I guarded all the big dudes. And I remember
no guy was bigger than you.
Well, back then, yeah, I was ripped. I had an 8-pack, but I wasn't that big. And so I remember I started taking creatine when I was junior, so that water polo season. And because the coach told us to, you know. So I'm taking creatine. My parents don't know, right? And so we're playing. It's first game of the season, and the kid starts messing with, or I'm messing with him, you know, pinching him, whatever, kicking him in the back. And
because you're underwater.
Yes. Yes. And so I'm going to town on him. He's going to town on me. And then he all of a sudden he grabbed my balls, right?
What the?
Yeah, the kids play dirty, and so I was like, we were about to go into halftime, and he did that, and I was like, hey, bro, touch me again, see what happens. Right? And like I'm a very nice kid, but when I play sports, I get fired up.
Yeah.
And so we go back in, and it's going back in. It's third quarter, and I just knee him just straight to the back, just like as hard as like I grabbed him like you're kneeing like in boxing.
Yeah.
And I kneed him just straight to the back, and a little bit later, he was swimming away and he kicked my balls, right? And so we come back down, and it's I'm on defense, and I remember I reached out, I grabbed him, I was facing him.
Yeah.
I reached out, I grabbed him on the shoulder and just sucker punched him right in the face.
So you just grab him like this and boom.
Yep. And then it was funny.
Disqualified?
Oh, I got suspended.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And then my parents, like literally days later, they had found like my creatine stash, right? And they flipped out and they were like, "Oh, this is what's like. This is why you punch the kids, making you roid rage." This and that. Because they didn't know what it was. They don't know how creatine works. They thought it was, they thought it affected your hormones and stuff. But
so if you want, go ahead and take off your shirt. I'll get your all your back too, if you want.
okay.
Shouldn't touch your chucking.
Oh,
You're like, shit, I'm down.
shoot, I ain't got no back hair.
Yeah.
I got that Dutch hair. I barely even grow arm hair.
If anything, it's super light.
Well, my hair's thin too, you know. I wish it was thick.
You ever thought about shaving your head?
Heck no. I got a dent in my head from when I was younger. My mom shut the trunk on my head. I was like reaching in to get a sweatshirt.
Where?
But put your hand like flat palm, put it like right there.
You do? Holy shit!
Yep.
Right here.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's pretty big.
It is.
Yeah.
So your mom shut the car door on your head?
The trunk.
The trunk.
Yeah.
Like boom.
Yep.
Okay, so you must have been standing like this. The car door, the trunk was like this, and it came in straight down like that.
Yeah, I was like leaning in to get a sweatshirt or something at the back.
Woo!
Yeah, I was young. I was like 5 or 6.
Dang. Yeah, no, 5 or 6, your head was still flexible.
Yeah.
Probably saved your life, man.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you wanted your way, I bet you bought it up. Mom, remember that one time?
Yep. Do you use, what do you use for your hair? Hairspray?
Hairspray, yep.
That's what I've always used. But
Yeah.
I used to use a mixture of putty.
Yeah.
I would put wet putty in.
Yeah.
Mess it up with a towel.
You mind if I hairspray your hair a little bit?
Yeah, okay. That's good.
Yeah. But yeah, go ahead. You said putty.
I putty it to give it like that lift,
Uh-huh.
and then I would hairspray it once I got it the way I liked it.
Yeah, that's how you gotta do it, man. You add a little. So for me, I actually add a little bit of hairspray at first, and then I dry it out, and then it adds like that texture that I want or that volume that I want, you know. And then I restyle it and re-hairspray it down. So,
Okay.
yeah, complicated, but you get hair looking like this.
Yep.
No, I just wanted to add a little texture to your hair. Cause you're going to the gym after this, yeah?
Yeah, I'm gonna go home. I gotta eat. All I've had is 2 protein shakes today.
How many scoops of protein do you do?
Right now I'm just doing the bottles. It's 30 grams a bottle.
Oh, gotcha.
Just cause I got sick of. I was taking the gold standard whey protein for like 2 years. And
Yeah. That's all I drink right now. So
I would like gag every time because I drank it so much that it just like.
It's supposed to be the gold standard, man. Shoot. All right. Let's take a look in the mirror. This way.
Ooh, yeah.
That church
Yeah,
girl
see,
is gonna be.
I go like this,
Uh-huh.
and then I just like
Yeah, there you go.
mess it up
Uh-huh.
a little bit. Give it a little curl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks good.
You look good.
You just use hairspray?
Yeah. All I use is hairspray. So again, what you do is you hairspray it, you dry it out, and the hairspray is still in your hair, right?
Okay.
And then what you do is then you restyle it and you hairspray it again, and it'll hold anything that you want. So like right now, so your hair right here, you see all this texture right there?
Yeah.
I basically would just hairspray that back in and leave it. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So
Yeah.
but
That's
yes. So this is it for this video. Thank you for tuning in. I'll put all the links to this guy in the description below. And see you guys in the next one.
good. Peace.